In this tutorial, we'll focus on utilizing lessons in SCUTA. To get to lessons, you click on the School tab and then Lessons. SCUTA users are able to create, share, rate, document, review, and analyze lessons. SCUTA is able to advocate for school counselors using lesson plans. The reason being is because SCUTA is able to illustrate the effect the school counselor's lesson has on students' knowledge. Let's look at an example. Let's say that we want to teach concept X, and we're doing that with lesson X. Lesson X is being taught to 10 kindergarten students today. We call this the process data. If before the lesson we find out how many of those 10 students are familiar with concept X, we'd call that the pretest. After having taught the lesson, we can again find how many students are familiar with concept X, and that's called the post-test. This comprised the perception data. The change that we've been able to accomplish is what's called the outcome data. To create a lesson, we'd come here and click on New. And let's just say that we're going to create concept X. And these are the fields. Now, we could actually share it or not share it. We could share this lesson plan within my school district or with all SCUTA users. I'm going to say no for now. We could type in the activity. We could specify the grades. We could specify the mindsets and the domains and the standards. In this, we can also specify here state standards. I happen to be in Ohio currently, and there's the Ohio state standards. So I could pick Ohio 1. I could say if it's academic, career, or social emotional. Let's just say it's academic. I could specify my learning objectives. I could specify the material, provide an external link, talk about the procedure, talk about how we're going to evaluate it, the process data, the perception data, and the outcome data, and then follow up. So let's just save this. As you can see, we created concept X. I created this for kindergarten, and I've got Ohio State Standard, and it's academic. And I'm not sharing it. Now, a great feature that we have is we're actually able to look at shared. We could actually use shared lessons. So for example, here, this is an 11th grade topic. Here's the mindsets, the domains. It was in Georgia. This is the author. Here's a rating. I can change my rating if I want at will. This is the rating that it has overall, how many reviews, and I could actually look at it. So if I click here, here is the lesson, and it has all of the details that we would like. Let's look at a few other lessons. I could come here. Also, if there's a link, you can see the hyperlink is on. So if I click on this, it takes us right to the link. It could be a website, or in this case, a PowerPoint. So the attachments can be anything. This is a very powerful feature. Again, you're able to share within your school district, or with all users, or with nobody. So let's go back to the lessons. And here are the two lessons that we have. How are we going to utilize this in the calendar? Let's click on calendar. And now let's create a new event. And let's say that this is responsive services, and I'll pick a group. And here again, I'm not going to deal with all of that. I'm just going to pick the concept X that we had. And let's say that we went from 30% to 90%. And the group was my kindergarten group. And I create it. So now I've created the event. So now we've just documented that lesson with the pre and the post test. Let's look at the reports, and we go to our lesson analysis. And now here for our lesson analysis, we can see here's concept X, what we just did. It's the kindergarten group. I don't have a count in the kindergarten group, but I could specify that. Here's our mindset that we specified, the Ohio. Here's our domain, our baseline from 30 to 60. Our gain is 0 because we don't have a number, and our percent change is 200%. Let's go and change this kindergarten group. Let's go specify what that is. We'll come to school, we'll go to students, and there's kindergarten group. And let's say that there were 5 male and 5 female, and that is in kindergarten. Save. Let's go back to our report. We're coming to the lesson plan, and now you can see that we've got the count is 10, and you can see our gain is 20, and the percent change is 200. So a percent change is the final minus the original. So it would be 90 minus 30, which would be 60, divided by the original, divided by 30. So that's 2. So we have 200% gain. Finally, let's put a description here. Let's go to the calendar. Here's the event that we had. And we'll call the description my description. And let's see how that comes into play. So we'll go back to the report, and we'll pick the lesson analysis. And now notice my description is here. So this is where we have all of our process data, our standards, our domain, the perception data, and the outcome data. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Join us soon for more.